When you have a demanding job or work for yourself, the large number of tasks you need to do each day can soon have adverse effects. If no matter how hard you work, you still feel work is ruling you, spare some time and watch this video till the end to learn my simple 7 tips to increasing your productivity. If they can work for me, they can work for you too. Rule number 1. Learn how to be, not do. Being is simply focusing on the present moment. Whatever it is that you are doing now, focus on this with your thoughts and your mind. Become aware of how you are sitting, what the air around you feels like, and simply focus to the exclusion of all other concerns. Take a few moments to breathe deeply and put aside the thoughts that have nothing to do with what is happening now. Rule number 2. Quit trying to multitask. Many of us are guilty of trying to do more than one task at a time. And research has shown that although it might make you feel that you are getting a lot done, in reality, it can reduce your productivity for as much as 40%. Just imagine that loss. Just remember that our brains are not good at handling multiple tasks, and it is far better to focus on one task, complete it, and then move to the next. And there's a simple shift to get better at this. Just the night before you sleep, take a small list, what we call the to-do list. Write down your top priority goals. These are important things that you want to focus on the following day. And the first few minutes after you wake up, go through this list. Focus on this and ignore distractions until it is completed. And remember to do best in these tasks and to get best out of them and focus, you can turn off all distractions. E.g., turning off notifications from your phone. Switch it to flight mode. Avoid checking the mail. Just set specific time for checking your emails. This is after you have completed your tasks, maybe later in the day. Rule number 3. Time boxing. Time boxing is a simple technique for giving structure to your day. Just at the beginning or at the end of your day, whatever works better for you, pause and list all those things that you are juggling. And identify the urgent, the important, and the stuff that creates noise. Select the 2 most important and schedule times, maybe 2 to 3 hours in the day, to focus on getting this done. Set aside 3 times of around 30 minutes that you can allocate to those urgent tasks. And as of the stuff that creates noise, either give them to someone else to do or just leave them to one side. Oftentimes, these things disappear because they just aren't that important. They will definitely reappear if they are. Finally, at the other end of your work sprint, take some time to review that list. Tick off all that you have done and really congratulate yourself on what you have really achieved. Then screw up and throw that list away. You can make a new one for the next work sprint. And remember this, that most of the time we forget to praise ourselves and instead only see the mountain ahead of work. Just practicing this technique over time will help you to focus and get results. Rule number 4. Use your calendar. Just remember that this goes hand in hand with time boxing. My philosophy is, if it isn't in the calendar, it isn't real and it is not happening. The beauty of a calendar, it is once it is in there, you don't need to clutter up your mind trying to remember it. I include relaxation time, family activities, and relationship time. This helps me to focus on life as well as work. I personally like the Google Calendar because it syncs across all my devices. But if you are into paper, a paper diary just works as well. Rule 5. Take regular breaks. This might seem counterintuitive to productivity, but to remain focused, our brains need a break from work. Try working in cycles of short bursts and breaks to increase productivity and prevent burnout, not to prevent but reduce. During the break, walk around your office or your home. Make a drink or do some stretches or squats. This means you can return refreshed to your work, hence improving your productivity. Avoid looking at your phone as you break, as this does not allow your brain to truly rest. And just make sure to hit this rule to your best. Rule 6. Decide how to work. Although it seems that teamwork should be more productive, sometimes you can get far more done when solely working on a project. And because of this reason, just make sure you think carefully before you decide to work as a team. When group work is required, be sure to set clear individual and shared goals to ensure everyone pulls their weight and the overarching goal is achieved. Communication is important but should not be excessive. Only schedule meetings when necessary and keep emails to a minimum to allow everyone to focus. Rule 7. Stop. Knowing when to stop is key. Burnout is all too common amongst professionals, but it can be avoided. Start taking notes of your limits and don't be afraid to push back. Decline work that you cannot reasonably be expected to complete. There's often room for negotiation, which may include sharing the load or offering a later deadline. Similarly, make every effort to push off from your work outside of work hours. Whatever your shift pattern, try to set strict boundaries. Protect your mental health and ensure optimum productivity the next time you sit down to do some work. Just make sure your productivity stays at the peak by observing these simple productivity tips that I implemented for myself, and they have really worked, and I believe they work for you too. Become better.